Meanwhile, in Atlas's room, Atlas has returned and has been there for about an hour when there is a knock on his door.
Liz doesn't want to answer it. Truth be
Knocking
told,
intensifies.
he snaps, "What?"
I just wanted to talk.
There's nothing to talk about.
There's always something to talk about.
He lets out a sigh, and then he goes and finally opens the door and just glares at the man standing in front of him.
You see Danthusian just sitting there, his fingers crossed, taking a deep breath. Might I come in?
Might as well. He steps aside and then goes and sits on his bed and picks up his
He,
millipede.
he finds a place to just kind of lean and he just takes a deep breath. They don't understand in the same way you and I do they?
And I
I
understand the same way.
they don't understand what it means to have your blood call in the same way ours does.
Mm.
They don't know what it's like to be of the forgiven race. I am judging by the fact that you're back. Things didn't exactly go as planned, yes?
Go as I planned them to, no.
Right. That doesn't necessarily mean that things went wrong.
Does it?
No, it doesn't. I said some things to you, said some harsh things. That's not exactly keeping in line with the principles of sin, now is it?
I suppose not.
But neither is believing that we weren't doing wrong when we were. Great many evils have been justified under the banner of, well, it's what we thought was right. Evils done by our people, evils done to our people. Just please understand forgiveness is a two-way street. And if you want to be forgiven for your intention, you may need to forgive them for theirs.
This is just staring intently at the ground. thinking. He's thinking. He's actually taking in what Danthusian's saying. Um, and he just says, "Is that all?"
Now, there's one more thing. I took it upon myself to do a bit of an augury. I cast the bones, so to speak, and you told me that you would need something. And so I've come to bring it to you.
That gets his attention, and he looks up.
And his arms come from behind his back, and he presents to you a plate with hot, buttery breakfast scones upon it. I'm going to leave these here. Use them well.
He's just blinking at the plate. He's like, "Your augury told you this."
Yes.
You're certain it wasn't Wick.
Well, I'm very certain I can tell the difference between an augury and Wick. One is a large blue man, and the other involves spilling blood and throwing literal bones about the place. What? Do you, why would I call Wick an augury? That doesn't even make sense. The man's on fire. Also, he'd bring you the scones himself.
Alice
They're
doesn't
not
know how
back
to
yet.
feel because
They're not back yet, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just very confused.
I often feel that way with my auguries as well. I don't profess to understand them all the time. That isn't my job. It is merely to present them as necessary. Divination is not a exact science.
Dad being
Or
so nice, he doesn't understand. Genuinely, he doesn't like that he feels, I don't know, soft about being given warm food after he did something terrible. He's just gonna like reach out and grab the plate, afraid that Dan's gonna withdraw it from offer, and then be like, "You can go now."
he nods. Thank you for this time. I suspect your next few minutes will not be so easy. So take solace in this as you will.
As Dan departs, he's going to. Atlas is softly just gonna kind of murmur a thank you under his breath.
Make me an insight check.
Chest feels tight. He doesn't know why he wants to be nice to him.
Make me an insight check, please.
Oh, insight. Man, why am I not proficient in insight? I got a 9.
Right? Um, yeah, you're not really looking at Denthusian. as he pauses at the door. Make me a perception check then.
Okay. Shine. 12?
Okay. Gentleman and the lady, how would you like to enter back into the Silverwing Lodge?
Am I the lady? Or were you talking about
No.
Playboy?
No, it was August.
Aricron.
I mean,
Aricron's the lady. Am I a pretty lady?
is a pretty lady.
That's got so insulting. I love it. Well, Glenn just wants to go in with the horses, and she's just gonna like flop down beside the stalls. And oh no, she's not allowed to go to sleep yet, right? She's going to want to go to sleep.
She doesn't sleep. She's an elf. So,
Gentleman. I guess we bring in, and Glenn can unload the horses if they want, and she can meet
Right.
them inside.
Glenn's being a moment of stable energy.
Eh.
Everyone else.
Wickham's
Who-
probably going to want to go put his stuff down in his bedroom before anything else.
All right. What kind of mood are you entering in?
Very tired and just done. Just fed up.
All right. What did you roll in your perception check?
12.
12. Okay. So you, Atlas, you can hear the front door of the lodge just flump open. And you don't hear happy conversation or anything like that. It's actually very quiet. And Dan just quietly says, I'm going to leave you then. Just, do you want me to close the door?
Please.
Very well. And he shuts it, click, very quietly. And you can hear his footsteps walking away. Wick, as you kind of slump your way inside and head through the halls to the sleeping rooms, you see Danthusian approaching from the chambers, and he looks at you, and he looks at your things, and he says, "Would you like a hand?"
I mean, if you want to help, I'm not going to say no.
And grabs grabs one of your packs and walks with you to your room. It's a very tense energy about him.
You can see like this war on Wickham's face, where part of him, just this natural instinct where he wants to ask, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" But at the same time, he's so tired that he doesn't know if he has it in him to even open his mouth and ask, and it's killing him.
As you threaten to approach him on that, he asks first, "Are you okay?"
Wickham's gonna laugh and just shake his head a little bit and go, "Honestly, probably not."
I can understand that. Sometimes there's a burden of expecting something coming down the road that you have to confront, and it's never easy. It's never pleasant. Is it?
It's a lot of things. It's just one after the other after the other. And I
I might
want.
offer,
Oh, you go.
if I might offer something that helps me in these times when I have to deal with something unpleasant that I have to broach.
All ears.
That's usually when I spend my time in prayer. There's a shrine downstairs. Why not take use of it?
Probably because praying has never done me any good. My
I'm not saying
fists,
for the.
my fists do me good. Prayer hasn't given me solace since I was a kid. Doesn't alleviate anything, it just makes it worse sometimes.
I don't think this is a situation where your fists are going to provide you much solace.
Neither do I.
And while I'm not suggesting that the gods will answer you, it's a quiet room, usually. And it's hard to set on fire, should it come to that. Just think about it.
Alright. Thanks for looking out.
No problem. Also, there's a plate of scones in Atlas's room. Fresh.
Alright.
He
Would you do me a favor and go around and tell people that we found him and he's back and they don't have to be so high alert anymore?
already done.
Cool. I gotta get something from my room real fast, so I will see you later. Wickham is just gonna awkwardly back up to the door and just like put his hand on it and then like make a finger gun, but then like step into his room. It's like very awkward teenager trying to get away from a conversation with an adult and then just slowly close the door behind him.
Sorry.
Is he alone in his bedroom?
Yes. Well, actually, hang on. Let me just roll something here.
Don't worry, Glenn's not in disguise.
Wait, why am I using a die roller? I have dice literally right by my hands.
Focus.
Right.
Watch them not work because they're offended.
It's funny you should mention that because the die I rolled came up with not a number.
Oh my god. It cocked.
Called it.
Oh, did you use one of your vampire dice?
No, I used one of my steampunk dice, and the highest number is always like a clock dial icon thing, right? So it
Yeah.
came up with not a number. So
Ooh.
yeah, so yeah, no, you're alone.
Okay.
I think we're alone now, Tiffany.
Wickham's gonna go over and put his bags down and sit on his bed and like slide his hands through his hair, take a second, elbow on the knees, and then just kind of pick up the nearest pillow, put his face in it, and then just scream into it. And then I think when he's done, he's gonna put the pillow back down and go, "You got this." Slap his face a couple of times, put his hair up in a ponytail, and then walk outside. And go back down the hall. Basically, just gotta get it out.
August, Aricron.
Hmm. Where would you say August is?
I don't know. I
Well,
was
that's up to you
debating on
guys.
whether whether or not to go talk to Atlas now or to wait as a group to talk to him.
Amber, are you muted? There you are.
I don't think I am. Hang
You're
on.
No, you're not muted.
No,
I
you're
can
I
not.
hear
hear you.
Okay. I've been talking, so I don't know. Did you guys hear me?
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hear you when I asked where would August be.
Okay, I said that I'm trying to debate on whether or not August wants to go straight to talk to Atlas or to wait to talk to him as a group.
Okay.
I guess maybe wait to talk to him as a group. So he's just in that main room trying to
Okay.
stay awake.
Hmm. Aricron would wait to kind of feeling like partially responsible for this whole situation, because I mean he just gave the Triton to Atlas, you know, so
I don't blame you. I get what you were going for. You just wanted answers. In case you're thinking that.
I wanted answers, and I don't know, I guess I see the best in people. And when there's a challenge, I assume that they can take it on 100% and succeed.
You know, I
want
to
to believe that.
I don't think many people would tolerate his sharp tongue as long as you have, if you didn't see some good in him.
I mean, I see good in all of us.
Oh. Just gonna wait for Wick, I guess, to go talk to him. Or I don't know, do you think it's better that one of us talks to him first? Kind of don't gang up on him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to jump on him again.
I'm not much of a talker, but I think I'm gonna go try.
Is there something I can do? Hold on.
It's not gonna help Amber's roleplay.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess is that what you would like to do?
I think I want to go ahead and go on up to Atlas's room.
Right.
And unless he sees Wick on the way out. I don't know how long he yelled into his pillow for.
As August is walking out of the room, I will kind of pat him on the back and cast heroism on him.
It's the only thing that helps this boy.
You have the spell cast upon you that makes you a little bit braver. And you start your journey to Atlas's room to confront. And there, walking back from the rooms again, is Denthusium. Oh, August. Hello.
Hello.
I got you something.
Oh.
And he says, hang on one minute. He starts rummaging through his packages and pulls out some sticks of incense. And he says, here, these are for you.
Thank you.
They're a scent that is considered to be favored by Sin for next time you're in there. So I know you like to go in there quite a bit. So.
I was actually maybe planning on going there shortly.
Well, if
Thank you.
had it available and I thought you would appreciate it.
I do. We appreciate all your help.
Now you're the ones doing the difficult work. So thank
Yeah.
you.
And he'll
Anyways,
nod and
I have work to do. I will talk to you later.
And August will go and knock on Atlas's door.
Would Wick and August arrive at like the same time?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Pierce, are you muted?
Okay. I was confused
Sorry, he's
about the
August went to
timeline
go.
of when, who went where. Okay. Um. Atlas is like, well, he thinks himself it can't be Dan. And they've been back, and so he just sort of takes in a deep breath.
If it makes you feel any better, it's just me.
Atlas goes, well, that is a relief. And he says, come in.
And August will go on in.
No, he is not.
No. Oh, he's not nude. What a relief. Not yet.
Oh my god.
Look, bro. I know you're not okay, so asking that question would be stupid. But just want to frame it for you that I'm exhausted, but I feel like this is more important to make sure that things get talked about first. Would you like to join me in the prayer room?
Atlas is staring down at his scones and he's like, one is eaten already. The rest is crumbs that he has sprinkled around him on the ground. And there's already some ants that have come to investigate. And he thinks about it for a moment. And he just kind of nods his head and kind of stands up. And then just goes, lead the way.
Walks into the prayer room, and August will kneel down in front of the shrine and kind of motion towards next to him.
Atlas kneels down as well, and he puts one of the scones on the altar, like the offering table, before kneeling.
And August
And
will
he's-
light an incense.
And Atlas just kind of stares at. There's like 2 scones left, and he's like, "Do you want one?"
Nah, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
He's gonna stick another one in his mouth, so he doesn't have to talk first.
You know, I'm not much of a talker, but we did what we did just because we were worried about you. I got drug around by some not so great people for a long time because I didn't know how to say no to them. I just didn't want to see you get hurt in that same way. We didn't want to see you lose your soul, become water. Glenn's worried that you don't want to be our friend anymore. Just, I don't know. It was just scary, okay? We want to do things as a team, eh, or as a family, even at this point.
Hold on.
Ear.
I'm not
Takes
really
his
the one
time.
to talk about emotions, but no one wanted to lose you. You might, you might be sharp-witted, but we've grown attached to you.
Atlas takes his time chewing what's in his mouth. Trying very hard not to make really weird faces while he tries to deal with the fact that his chest hurts a lot. He doesn't know why. um, and when he finally has to swallow because he can't just chew on it all day, he takes a little more time to kind of just watch the incense as it slowly burns and fills the room with its scent. And then he's like, I didn't think I could not be friends with you, even if I wanted to.
We're gonna bully you with friendship. It's what Wick does best.
Indeed.
And that was another thing I kept seeing. Was it's so easy to. It's easy for him to love someone, but it's so easy to throw away his trust, or for him to lose trust in someone. And I just saw it playing all over again. Just don't want us to do things that dangerous on her own. I really do understand where you were going. I understand that you thought you could control it and use it to our advantage, but I feel like that's where a lot of good intentions go wrong. So just wanted to let you know that you weren't unseen. Like, we get it, and sorry I hit you.
Let me just say, if I had succeeded in what I had initially planned on, I would have then, after attuning, would have informed you all that in the event that I was to lose my ability to control it, that I wanted all of you to succeed in killing me. As a failsafe.
I think any of us
But
would want to have done that anyway. I feel like that's the opposite of what we've been trying to do here. You're very powerful, especially now we see that. Don't want to put your worth in your usage, but we have to defeat these people. And I think you on your own can do that. You outran us like crazy. I didn't think we were going to catch you. You dimension doored like 3 times. And then you used a horse. Where'd that come from?
Phantom Steed.
Yeah, you magic user. Well, I guess I can use a little magic, but legitimate magic users are something else. I still think you're strong enough to take on the cults without that. And we're gonna need you. So I hope you forgive us and still want to be our friend.
Friendship is confusing.
I get that. I definitely get that. Maybe not on the same level, but I've burned some bridges, and especially now as an adult, it's not as easy to fix friendships. You can't just show each other your rock collection and expect everything to go back to normal.
Why would someone collect rocks?
Well, you have your special interests. Some people have other special interests.
The sound of August breaking in half.
But I think I've said all that I can really think to say. I didn't want to bombard you with things, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to not say something. Or moving on.
We can cut to Glenn coming in if you guys are okay with
Go
that.
for it.
Yep.
All right. So Glenn will march into that main room where Aricron is, and she's gonna look around and be like, I thought we were having a meeting. Where is everyone?
I think everyone's taking turns apologizing.
That's weird, isn't it? I thought we were a team.
Yeah, but they just didn't want to just jump on. Didn't want to just jump on the situation all at once again.
I don't know. I like jumping.
I mean, you can go ahead.
Are you gonna stay here? That'd be weirder.
I mean, I can come with, but if we walk into a weird conversation, I'm going to be hanging outside the door.
Every conversation we have is a weird conversation.
Yes, I know.
Come on, let's go see where they went. She's just gonna drag Aricron unwillingly if necessary until she finds sign of where everyone's gone.
He's going willingly, but I still see her pulling him by the sleeve of his jacket or something.
She would probably first go to Atlas's room, I suppose, and see if she finds, or would she be able to figure out where they are?
The shrine is before the room.
So perhaps we would see on the way.
You could probably see that they're praying or meditating or quietly doing whatever individuals do in the sin room.
I'm having a weird sense of deja vu.
Well, Glenn's
Whatever
gonna
people do in the sin room. Sounds so bad.
I did.
It's surprisingly confusing. People you call it that. People do not expect what they see in the sin room, and not for the reason that you would think.
I am just finding the right.
Does August notice them?
Glenn's gonna do one of these. And kind of be holding the door frame as she peers in, looking to see what's going on in there. And she's not trying to hide if that's something anyone wonders about.
You can make an insight check.
And
That's a
she has the
2.
image that Aricron's gonna go above her,
Oh,
so there'll be, like,
wait,
2
her
heads
or
popping
me?
into the window, but she feels like he's gonna disappoint her.
Rolling what?
Glenn.
Oh,
Sorry?
sorry.
Yeah,
Glenn
Glenn
rolling
can make
insight.
Yeah.
Insight. Oh, no.
Aricron can as well.
Okay.
9.
I was looking for that.
Barge into something.
Perception.
Yeah, just insight. Just trying to.
Oh, insight. My bad.
Yeah, it's a vibe check, not a thing check. That'll do. What's the emotional sort of vibe between Atlas and August at this point in time?
Liz is emotionally constipated, so take that as you will.
August is, you can sense that he's uncomfortable, but he's trying to keep things as light as possible. He doesn't want to be attacking Atlas, and he's genuine in what he said.
All right, so there's an awkward sort of air, but you don't detect the sort of tension that would come from a fight.
And where has Wick gone? Is there any sign of the Wick?
Not yet, no.
Okay, Glenn's gonna, like, go back around the door and kind of, like, slide against the wall, much like probably a really high-tech spy would. And she's going to look at Aricron and be like, "So Atlas and August are in there, but no Wick. I don't know. It seems like quiet time. I'm not sure if I should walk in, even though I
This is
want
exactly what I was talking about.
What do you mean?
You're walking into a weird situation, you know? Like awkward conversation.
No, it's not awkward. I think they're just praying.
Okay.
Should we look for Wick?
I want to ask Atlas and August to please make a. Yes, you can. To make a perception check, please.
It's better. 16 plus something.
Cool.
Perception. So 19.
Perception.
Oops. Well, that's not a 9.
Plus 4.
Yeah, you
21?
you can completely hear that whole ass conversation.
You guys can come in? Or August is going to actually go ahead and stand up and offer a hand to Atlas if he wants to take it, but doesn't have to.
The jig is up.
This is just gonna kind of wave a no thanks.
Okay.
And just keep staring at the incense.
August will kind of slowly walk out. Just wanted to go ahead and have a chat with him before, like I said, we bombard him with anything. He at least,
Okay.
I at
How did
least,
things go?
I mean, I said my bit. Whether or not he wants to accept it or, understand it is up to him. I
So
just
should
wanted to give him my point of view,
That's fair. Do we want to tell Atlas that we'll have a talk with all of us? I do think it's important that we all talk together.
Yeah. That's
Maybe it's best coming from you since you guys have already sort of.
I mean, I feel like he
Chat
probably
together.
knows that we're gonna have a chat together.
Well, I'll go make some tea, I guess, to get ready for it. And Glenn's like already half ready to walk away, and she'll go, "Oh, has anyone seen Wick?"
Can go look for him. I went straight here, or I went straight to Atlas's room.
We should probably find Wick. I think he's gonna have some things to say too.
I'm sure.
Wick,
Mm-hmm.
you've done screaming into the void that is your pillow.
Yep.
What you gonna do, Hogan?
Well, I was gonna get up and after I've done my hair, go walk out and go to Atlas's door. That had been the original plan, and I'm not gonna change it now.
Mhm. You go to his door. It is closed.
Wickham is gonna knock.
There's no answer.
He's going to say, "Are you in there?"
There is, again, no answer.
Wickham's gonna nod and go, "Okay." And he's going to go to the kitchen. That is where
Right.
he is most comfortable when he is not in his bedroom.
Well, as you get to the kitchen, you arrive there, and Glenn is there, starting to boil some water.
Hey, Cocoa Bean.
Oh, hey, we were wondering where you went to. August was talking to Atlas. I think they know that we're having a house meeting down here. I said I'd make tea.
Oh yeah? Do you need any help with that?
I don't know, we probably need snacks. Maybe you could handle the snacks.
Alright, what are you thinking? Chocolate? Something more savory? Little
Dealer's
sandwiches? Alright. Wick is going to make a bunch of tiny chocolate finger sandwiches.
Right?
Adorable.
And maybe
Does
like pretzels on the side.
does Wick have proficiency in cooking utensils?
At this point, he should.
I mean, I do not, but I feel like because he's always cooking. But yeah, no, I don't think I do.
So-
Let me check. I really don't think I do, though.
Yeah, because this
Are
is
you
some
using meat? Are we gonna get poisoned?
this
Is
is
this
great.
how we die?
So
This is where we die.
Wickham's intent is to make little chocolate sandwiches and little petit fours and all that. Wick's result is to make a bunch of chocolate chip cookies.
I mean, he's sleepy.
He tried his best.
He got sidetracked.
Yeah,
I mean, chocolate sandwiches are
He's
just
trying to make
bread,
sandwiches, and they keep
slightly
coming with
melted
cookies.
chocolate. Like,
yeah. So chocolate chip cookies and s'mores, really.
yeah.
Yeah, which I mean is fine too. But I mean we're not looking
What
at
are you talking about? S'mores are chocolate sandwiches.
they
Oh.
are
Oh.
like technically they are. But I mean we're not going to be looking at Great Canadian Bake Off here. That's the wrong campaign.
Wow. You're such a
Um,
little faith in us.
Yeah, no, Wickham's not like super fancy. He just can.
oh,
He can cook. He can cook to save a life. How about that?
and he's cooking to save a soul, and
Aw.
that means s'mores and chocolate chip cookies that aren't burned.
And like a bowl of pretzels, just for some flavor.
That's easy enough. Um,
Glenn's gonna set out the tea, and I am going to assume, and I will do the research into this later, that everyone probably has their own mug by now. So she will
Probably.
put
Most
out
likely.
each person in a
okay,
thing.
I am gonna have to ask now. We are gonna need descriptions of these
I
individual
know, I said I'm
mugs.
gonna need time. I'm not ready.
Glenn said, "I like horses. You not so much."
I will come up
Air-
with these mugs at a later date, but there will be
Aricron,
unique mugs for each person.
I can
Aricron,
probably like send you a picture of one that Wick would have.
I bought an Atlas mug recently.
Aricron's is
You
just
did.
Aricron's just says world's best cleric.
World's best dad.
That's Alcazar's.
Yeah, really Alcazar's.
Yep. So yeah, you put aside Danthusian's "I saw that coming" mug, and you pull out their individual mugs. and you set them up on a tray with all the different fixings.
I dropped the chat. Oh well.
And then she's just gonna kind of sit down and wait for the fun to begin.
Right?
This is extra
And
funny, seeing as all of us have our own tea made after our characters.
it is true. It is true. And so, some time passes and the snacks and teas are made ready. And they are now ready.
Are the others coming?
No.
August fell asleep
not
in the
yet.
sunroom.
God damn it.
I'm Grandma's favorite. I'm Grandma's favorite.
This is why we can't have nice things. How long have they waited
Just
before
followed.
no one arrived?
Followed after Glenn.
Wickham's probably
Atlas
gonna
is
sit
gonna
up there.
sigh and then stand to his feet and just go, might as well get this over with.
I'd say that August legitimately was probably like waiting outside the room up against the wall and like nodding off.
Atlas walks out of the room, looks down. It's just like, all right, August, let's go. Wait, I want that mug.
That's really cute, actually.
I feel like I'm going to
I
spend
want
more time
that
than
mug.
necessary on this, and I'm really
I
excited.
want that mug.
A mug lore channel. And you wonder why we don't plan shit. It's because we ask for things like horse lore and mug lore.
Or
Okay, Atlas is gonna make his way towards the smell of,
Yummy stuff.
sorry, smell of, yeah, yummy stuff and tea. My light just flickered. That's what threw me off.
August is following behind.
Oh, we might actually lose power.
Oh no.
Just did it again long enough for like the hum of my fan to stop. I mean, I have full battery on my laptop. I'd probably be able to keep playing.
But is your Wi-Fi?
Oh shit, you're right.
Well, so far we still hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
right?
Facts.
Atlas has the most mugs.
Yeah, Atlas just came into this party with a box that was just in the back, and it was just mugs.
So you'd think it would be August with the
That's why we
amount
have
of
the kid.
caffeine he has to consume to keep upright.
Well, the problem is he doesn't consume all that caffeine.
Fair.
So, all right.
Smells good in here.
I was wondering where you guys were.
I
We
made
made you. These aren't sandwiches. I don't know. They look good. Well, they look like great sandwiches. So there's sandwiches and tea. And she'll point at the cookies and tea.
Just because they're sweet doesn't mean they're not sandwiches.
It's the best sandwich I've ever had.
Well, thank you.
Atlas just crosses his arms and like stares out the window.
You gonna be a baby about it, or are you gonna sit and have some tea and have some cake or cookies in this case?
He's gonna grab a cup of tea, and he's gonna be like, "I already ate the scones." He did save one for August.
You could save it for Wick and hand it over to Wick.
Oh. Yeah. He's just gonna hold up the plate and be like, "There's one more left."
Mm.
It is your favorite kind of scone, breakfast scone.
Breakfast.
That's any scone eaten at breakfast time.
That's any scone at any time. Anytime it's time for a breakfast scone time.
Mm.
Wickham's gonna take it and just put it to the side on his plate. He's not gonna eat it though.
Scone snubbed.
So we need to have a conversation.
I suppose.
Oh, you suppose?
I suppose there's no avoiding the conversation, so yes.
Cool. Do you want to be here?
Yes.
Why don't you act like it?
How else am I supposed to act? I'm just myself.
You'd act like you care about us. Like the fact that we care about you and value your opinions and listen to you when you talk. You don't do any of that for us. You do what you want when you want, and we could go fuck ourselves. So do you want to be here?
I do.
Maybe try a little harder.
I'll work on it.
Right. Well, your guys' turn.
Let's just kind of like look at Wick and give him a look like, "You're good." Think like kind of raises her eyebrows, I guess, probably more than she can explain in a left.
No,
But
I'm
kind
not.
of like,
I'm not good. I'm angry. And I think I have
that's
every right to
what I'm
being
worried
angry.
about. Because I don't know how we're gonna go out and fight cultists and do things and save people if we're angry at each other. For this to work, we need to be a team, and we're not a team. And I don't know if we want to be a team. And if we're going to be a team, we have to care about each other, don't we?
The thing with me, though, is anger is sort of how I do things.
But you still care about us.
Of course I do. I love you guys. From the bottom of my fucking toes. I adore all of you. You're my friends and my family, and I love that I get to spend time with you and save the world together. But if you're not going to extend even a modicum of that amount of care toward me, you're just a person that I need to make sure doesn't die.
And I'm saying that I don't think that that's going to be a really good way for us to move forward as a group. We need to figure out a better way than just hoping, trying to not let each other die. And she's going to look at Atlas when she says this.
Wait, repeat that?
We need to figure out a better way for us to operate than just hoping the other people don't die. That's not how we're going to work together and save all the people that need saving. Because right now it doesn't seem like we're even friends, and I think friendship is the most important thing to beating this evil that we're up against. And if we're not friends, then I don't know how we're going to do it. And then she's just gonna like pick up her tea and sip it and wait for someone else to say something, much like a mom would do with her newfound extra mom knowledge. Adult knowledge.
Could you guys make some perception checks, please?
All?
Yeah.
Yes, all.
Oh no. Oh, well, that's not the worst. So let's see. What's my perception? +3? 12.
Nope. Will that do, Governor?
Oh my god, Glenn, you can see. What do your elf eyes see?
Alright, give me a second, I have to take it in.
Did you roll a nat 20? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19, but I've got a +7.
Damn.
17 plus
you're-
4.
Perceptive.
While you're giving your speech, Glenn, Saruhi has quietly walked in, just giving the eyes around like this is an awkward time to be here. Quietly slunk up to the table, snuck himself a s'mores and one of the cookies. Wick notices right around the time that he's taken a s'more and cookie. And Aricron notices him as he's just slowly sidling out the door.
Glenn noticed, right?
Yo, Glenn noticed the whole time. She's just saying they're making this speech, and there's Saruki just sneaking in to take
At
some
what
snack
point
and then
does
walk
she
off.
finish the speech? Is she still talking when he leaves the room?
Yeah, still talking when he leaves the room.
Because if not, she was totally going to do one of those, like, point behind her. And I saw where you were going too, mister. She was on a roll. But yeah, she's just going to do that, like, just look around at everyone else and let that awkward tension hang until someone feels guilty enough to say something.
All right, I'm ripping this band-aid off. How was it talking to the spirit? How was it talking to the Triton in there? Because I know what it's like talking to my sword. I know what it's like talking to Grandma. What was it like talking to the Triton?
Well, you talked to the Triton for a moment.
Yeah, I did, but I mean, I didn't get to know him.
Gotcha.
How is that what's important right now?
I see the good of my friends. I want to know what happened in that space we call his head.
Okay.
Atlas finally looks away from the window and looks at Aricron. He's just so conflicted because he appreciates that someone is asking him something direct about how he felt about the Trident. But the fact that it's Aricron, and he's just like, why is he making himself likable right now? Kind of thing.
Getting those bug parts, man.
And so Atlas looks at him and goes, you genuinely want to know.
I do. I mean, that was part of the reason why I gave it to you. To, control it and, whatever.
Well, he called himself Drowned, but it's a shitty name. So I was going to change it. He explained that he is capable of finding the others like himself that each of the cults have, and that he would be capable of destroying them because he is one of them. And I asked him if that included me wanting to destroy him as well. And he said, sure. So I said, okay. He also states that he is capable of making those elemental orbs, the one that destroyed Summit Hall. And I thought, make him make them so that we can use them against the idiots. And yeah, he kept talking about power and strength and whatnot, which is appealing, but not so much as just getting rid of all of these things without needing to cost more of our people's lives. So,
Yeah.
I figured of all of us, I mean the least. So,
I
I
mean,
was willing to make my deal if it meant.
strongly disagree with that, but
I suppose we agree to disagree.
I also disagree with if we were able to get those orbs of power to use it against them. I don't think I would. I don't think I would want to sink as low, no pun intended, low as them to using such a weapon like that.
Wickham's gonna set his teacup down and just kind of lean over the table a little bit and look at Atlas and go, whoever taught you that it's not okay to value yourself as a person, I would like their name so I can beat them up. And not in a friendly, fun way.
Second that.
That'd be quite a list then.
Well, start writing. Fucking.
Oh,
You
For all
have
the groups
value, Atlas. To all of us. You're not the least expendable, the least anything. You are Atlas. We are all each our own person. There isn't a list or an order to how strong or powerful or valued any of us are. That's not how that works. You're you. And you're part of this group. And we love you, dumbass.
Just to let it be known, the god of this universe did say I was the most pretty. Just remember that.
Aricron, read the room.
I cope with comedy. Sorry, I cope with humor. Sorry.
My stance still stands. Wow. You're not lesser. Stop being dumb. Eat another cookie.
And
Again, I'll work on it.
I agree with him. So
That's what we ask for. You know, I don't think we're gonna fix our mistakes overnight. Just
we have
working on them.
we have the team together again. We can create a hit list. I do not mind that now.
Well, maybe after we deal with the whole, world-ending cult thing.
I mean, whatever comes first.
Speaking of which,
Just
what do we do now?
New adventure. We go beat up. You go beat up the bullies that bullied Atlas.
I mean, honestly, I'm ready to throw down with those air cultists. Destroying Summit Hall, they can't get away with that.
It was so close.
Maybe that would make the refugees less sad if we told them the people that wrecked their home that we wrecked their home. Glenn's gonna kind of smile at that and put her hands on her hips.
I don't have a problem going after the air cultists, but now that the fire cultists have just attacked us in broad daylight like that, I do have some questions about them now. Too.
I mean, they're all running around right now.
Yeah,
We're gonna
but
run into all of their factions along the way, I think.
still, it's just
We know the air cultists' home base is not that far away from us, so
It was to the east of where the water cultists were.
but
Literally
versus like
right
some of the
outside.
others that we don't
And
even know.
you were attacked by the fire cultists in broad daylight. I don't recall that.
Oh,
That's
as
because
we
you were busy pouting on your way back.
Yeah,
Your horse almost died, but I think he's okay now.
guy knew Fireball, so he knew it wasn't a joke. I was gonna do something cool, but beat me to it.
Yeah, Burt, Marshmallow, and Char kind of lived up to their names. But I,
So are we taking our
Oh.
armed forces to the air cult?
Hold on. August? Now we get really close to August, like look him in the eye. Was that a pun?
yeah, I mean, if Char is short for Sharp World, maybe.
Good job.
Thanks. August doesn't know how to feel about that one.
Atlas is going to express himself here for a moment. He's clenched his fists and he's like, I'd really like to go murder all of the fire cultists now, but I do agree that the air cult is probably the best bet first.
I feel like they're the least contemplative, but they're very dangerous considering they just do what they want. You know, they're a little chaotic in that sense.
I feel like we should bring earplugs.
That's a good idea. Their music sucked.
So I don't know. I feel like they're rising above just dance battles at this point.
I didn't mind their music. I said it.
Well, I also think, if nothing else, me specifically, I should have some sort of protection from verbal spells. So if I can't hear it, maybe it won't fuck with me as bad, because... Listen,
I mean, fair.
I hit very hard, and I love you guys, but I'm real easily swayed by some pretty words.
Well, what makes you think I can't stop you? And she's gonna like flex her fingers and give him a smile.
Alright, I give you that.
I think we can figure it out as long as we're working as a team.
Yep. I do like the idea of bringing more than just us, though.
Yeah, maybe we
Maybe,
can work
yeah, like have a
sometimes.
volunteer basis on whoever wants to join us, and have like several people attacking at once in different places.
Yeah. Can see who's willing to come from Summit Hall. They might feel the same kind of vengeance.
Worth a shot, anyway.
I think for
mean,
now, a
they're
lot of
your
it.
people, August. Maybe it's worth you talking to your army. She's gonna kind of smile when she says the word.
Don't really need to put me on the spot like that, but I mean, I
Well,
will.
it is your army, isn't it?
That's a lot of pressure. I didn't ask for this.
Just pretend it's just
No.
pretend you're leading like a bludgeon ball play. You subbed for the coach a couple of times.
That's why I was defense.
Yeah.
But no, I will. I'll see if anyone's willing. I think for now, I mean, maybe this is me just being my normal self, but I'm tired, y'all. I think getting a
I could
rest.
use a rest too.
I mean, I don't want to give the cults any more time to prepare, but I don't think we're any good in the condition we're in.
Agreed.
We sleep, we get up early, we gather people, we go. How about that?
Yeah.
And we don't try and steal whatever crazy, dumb artifacts these cults have that are making it easier for them to do fuck shit. Nobody do that.
I've got a better idea. How about we just talk to each other? We talk it through as a crew.
That's good.
I'm sorry.
It's adorable.
I know. Well, it's such a.
I know exactly what you did that, you bitch!
Did I miss it?
Oh,
What did
I
miss?
yep.
Oh my god!
As a crew.
If you had said it in that dialect, I think I would have. Picked it up faster.
We talk it
Um,
through as a crew.
all right. I'm sorry. I have to put my foot down on this one.
Oh no,
No, bring her back.
Rude. Rude. How dare you?
For anyone who doesn't know, because I don't think they can see it via Dice Channel, our DM put Larl in timeout.
It's mean. I feel singled out and hurt. And I need to talk it through.
And we didn't learn a lesson the first time.
Back.
Oh man, I'm not sorry.
Oh, worth it.
So bad. Atlas is so close to trying to admit something, but the attention's been turned away from him just a little bit, so he doesn't want to do anything.
Let's get the attention back on Atlas. Hurry. How you feeling now? Probably wasn't the best thing to ask at the beginning of this, but now that you've heard us out,
Stand. Why are you upset? All of you.
So, say again?
I understand why you're all upset.
And why is that? I
He's
feel like we
a
need to
face
hear
like
you
he really
say it.
doesn't want to repeat.
I don't know if I know.
we appreciate you hearing us out then. And coming to an understanding. I feel like this could have gone a different way. But I'm glad you heard us out.
Hey Atlas, can you do me a teeny tiny favor? Two teeny tiny favors.
What?
First one, repeat after me. We are not the bad guys.
We are not the bad guys.
Right. Two, repeat after me. I have value as a person.
I have value as a person.
Alright, cool. Repeat that to yourself as often as fucking possible.
I'll try.
We do actually care about you, okay? That's why we chased you down and people beat you up.
I am aware. I didn't run because don't know how to put things into words.
That's okay, neither do I.
It's okay. We know how to read. You could write them down.
Oh, that takes so much effort.
I'm
You
not
don't have a spell that can do
He's
that yet?
gonna try to.
I'm not doing no interpretive dance shit. I failed that class. Twice.
He's
Almost
just
got
kind of
finished
sort of
graduation.
blurred out. He's like, I'm sorry for being a selfish prick. I'm aware that I am. But you must understand. You are the first people to give a damn about me. Longer than the course of like a fucking semester at Quincunx. And I don't understand it. It's not something I've had to deal with until now. So only caring about myself is the easiest and most default way for me to function.
Well, that's
And
not
yes,
how
I
we
don't
do
know
it.
how to express myself. But let me just clarify. I've never once given anybody but myself an identity as an insect. And yet, 3 out of the 4 of you have them. One is well on their way to having one. I'm just slow too. I also don't like sharing. um, so I suppose my ideal methods of doing things doesn't align with the moral code we should be upholding. And again, working on that. But do understand that the reason I took the trident was because you're my insects. And if that powerful thing could prevent loss of insects that are important, then that logically made sense. And I ran because I knew you would want to stop me, because you bloody care.
Glenn's just gonna look straight at him and say, "That's the whole point. You're not a lone wasp anymore. You're part of our hive, and you've got to act like it. We're a hive. This is a family, and family talks to each other."
Wickham's just gonna chuckle and go, "We love you too, dumbass." I'm so sorry to anybody that has a fear of bees right now.
Hi. Yeah,
Flying at your head. It's okay.
They're
it's
so
good.
important.
No, bees are fine. Wasps, no.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
I'm.
I will take no bee slander.
Oh
I
no,
will
I
not.
love bees, but I do
Oh,
get
yeah.
freaked out by them.
If there were
I,
no bees, there'd be no us, and there'd certainly be no good things in life.
I'm also apophobic. Is that what it is?
It's got a name.
I know. Yeah,
Everything-
apophobia. Yes, that's
Everything
it. You
has
got
a
it right.
name.
Yeah, apophobia. I'm also apophobic, but I also respect
Are you
bees.
scared of
Oh, yeah.
this?
That's what
I
bees
am
think it is.
scared
Please
of
don't-
anyone
okay, that's
that
fine.
would put a cat in a bee costume, but that's
Oh my
not the
gosh.
same.
The baby fell off the couch.
I think that's what Bishop's gonna be next year. Look, it looks just like him, right off the couch.
I could watch that guy for all day long.
Oh my god.
His
August.
death.
Listen, Atlas is fighting really hard not to suggest that he should be the queen.
You know what? At least we found a metaphor we can all work with and understand. This is an important framework to build from.
Yes.
Atlas is just gonna go, fine, but I'm the queen.
Oh, we know.
Alright. How about everybody decompress? We get showers. If anybody's still hungry, I will make dinner. And we just breathe for the rest of the night, and then in the morning we start getting shit together.
Sounds like a plan to me. I should probably go check on the horses. It's been like she's gonna look at her arm like she's got a watch on, but she doesn't. I don't even know if watches are a thing. It's been a while.
Oh, 20 minutes.
In at least a minute, yeah.
Well, if you go do that, I have a box I need to give a boy. And a cup of tea.
Before he does that, if he walks off, August wants to kind of grab him real quick.
Well, Wickham's gonna go and make tea in, like, the kitchen, so...
Okay. Hey, you said earlier that anger is how you handle things.
Has been for a hot minute.
I've seen, but how you handle things is how you handled it at the end there. That's the way I've always known you handling things. This anger is new, or maybe it's been trapped down there for a while. And I know that part of it's my fault, part of it's your grandfather's fault. I just wanted to let you know that that's not you. And I don't like seeing you like this. And I kind of realized before I don't really know how to fix the things I did, but I know that I have, okay? So you just let me know what you need, okay? I want to
Wickham's continue.
I want to see you acting dumb and loving everyone again, and I don't know, maybe that's not who you are, and maybe that's who I always thought you were, and that's also my fault, but I don't know. It made me smile when you called him a dumbass, and told him he needs to love himself. That's the Wick I knew, and that's the Wick I want to see again. So you let me know what you need, okay?
Wickham's gonna nod and just, as he's like stirring a little bit of sugar into Saruki's teacup, he's gonna say, when you grow up, everybody always tells you you change, you become different. Some people say you're the same, some people say you wouldn't recognize yourself. I don't think being angry is bad.
No.
I think I should maybe be less angry. But I also think that being angry helps, because I don't get angry otherwise. I haven't been angry in a really long time. My anger is a quiet kind of anger, and when it comes out, I don't like it. But I've been angry a lot lately, and I don't like that. But I also know that growing up, people feel a wide range of emotions, and that's okay. And yeah, I'm going through it. I know that. All of us are. The world is trying to end.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, your anger's valid, is I guess what I'm trying to say too. But I don't know. I don't think you want to be this angry.
So
So
are you trying to say don't drown in it?
yeah, maybe. Or I don't know. I feel like you handle situations better when you do it with that whole "this is a safe place, self-love, blah blah blah." I don't know, but when you have a smile on your face, I feel like
Make me perception checks, both you and Wick.
Okay. You use a friendship
oh,
dice.
18 plus 3.
Not good. For me, I mean.
21. I think math.
I got 7.
7. So while you're saying this, Saruki's stealing another s'more. Just looks up. Wick hasn't even noticed he's there yet because he's being sneaky. And
August is going to. Oh, he's actually going to speak.
he says, "Yeah, it's not wrong, Wick. That's why I'm here."
Jesus. Fantasy Jesus, whoever.
D&D Jesus, save me!
Shit, I just snorted my tea.
D&D Jesus, his Doritos and Mountain Dew Code Red is his body and wine. I'll stop him, sorry.
Oh. Wickham's gonna put the spoon down on the counter and just shake his head and go, "Scared the shit out of me." All while laughing.
It's not like I turned invisible or anything. I've been more or less here the entire time. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Just been going through it. I've had a night. I made you tea.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. I'll leave y'all to it. but I'm serious, Wick. I want things to get better, but we aren't kids anymore, and it's not as easy, I know. And he'll take his leave.
Wickham is going to watch him go and then smile and shake his head and then hold out the cup to Saruki and go, buy supple chai, a bunch of different random berries, and some lemon.
He takes it. Not being much of a tea drinker himself, the nuances of selecting a tea are beyond him, but he's happy that it's from you.
I still have stuff to give you. I don't know where you want me to give it to you, if you want to go back up to the pillow fort or what. I can give it to you here, it doesn't matter.
Whenever. I guess. Just probably not an it's probably an awkward time to be about me.
Everybody deserves to feel comfortable. And every
Yeah.
moment
Alice
moves
just walks
on.
by like, please let it be about you.
Yeah, hold on.
True.
Oh. Actually, no, yeah, we do have to go to my room. My bag's up there anyway. It's a box from, your ex-cult roommate.
Oh.
Yeah? Goo cannot remember his name off of the top of his head, but Wickham probably would, and he would
Looking.
say the
Okay.
dude's name. I have the notes. Let me go through my notes. I think I maybe... Because I know I
Might
wrote
be
it
more
down.
notes than that might be more notes than Drake took.
Well, of course it is. Okay, past that. Oops. Oh, here it is. Tariq.
Yeah, Tariq.
Oh. Oh. That guy. Okay.
Yeah, he said he roomed with you, and he said that it was your box, and that I thought I'd give it back to you because he said it was your stuff.
That's considerate of him, I guess. Been trying not to think about anyone I left behind. So.
It's okay to be sad about that. I mean, yeah, ooh, spooky cult shit, but that was your life, man. It's okay to feel emotions.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard to think positively about it because any sort of evil or good that came down there, if there was a good, it was in the service of a greater evil, and it's hard to contextualize that.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Well,
Alright, come on, let's go see what's in this spooky box. And Wickham's gonna nod toward the stairs that lead up to his tower bedroom and wait to see if Suki will walk with him.
yep, he will.
Okay, cool. They go to his bedroom.
Is it still fortified?
Yeah, the pillow forts and stuff are probably all still set out because I don't think Saruki ever took them down.
And I don't think Wick ever took them down either.
Yeah, Wick hasn't been back long enough to do that.
I'm not even convinced that's on Wick's itinerary ever.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
Yeah. Modify, advance the pillow fort, but not take down.
Yeah, I feel like he knows that it brings Saruki joy, and I don't think he wants to take that away.
Turkey sits there and he opens the box. He looks inside at the contents. He pulls out a small feather, black, some ink on the tip. He just looks at it for a bit. And he exhales. Well, that's a thing, I guess.
Certainly is a feather.
It's not what the feather. It's not that it's a feather. It's who it belonged to.
Is it a painful memory or?
Bittersweet.
You're not ready to deal with it, put it back.
Oh, it's just a memory of my childhood, and someone that was very important to me.
I have something like that. Wick's gonna push aside his armor and his like little sheer see-through ruffle shirt and like run a finger across the scar that junction between his neck and where his like shoulder meet. Gonna run it across there. And go. This is my reminder.
Just looks at you and says, "Well, I guess mine's a lot more positive than that."
I've
Oof.
got other positive ones, but this one just reminds me to don't let people talk shit, basically. Believe what you believe, but if other people are trying to tell you that something isn't okay, listen. Because I didn't think there was anything wrong. And then I did. Because I listened. Oh, this is too heavy of a conversation to be having right now. I am going to get chocolate off of that tray on the other side of the room. Yep. Then Wickham's just gonna awkwardly walk across the room.
Who was it that told you that it was okay?
That things weren't okay?
That
Or-
things weren't okay, yeah.
Friend of mine. They
Yeah.
weren't in town for very long. They were just kind of in and out. Nothing really big. I just, I think you can guess. I kind of make friends easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's this
You,
boy.
you, do you talk to them much?
They weren't there very long. They were there for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks. Really sweet boy, and they saw, I guess, something, and they just stopped me and said, that's not okay, right? And I opened my mouth to be like, no, it's fine, and he just looked at me and said, no, that's not okay. And it wasn't. And I don't remember his name. He left before I could really get it. We were just friends that kind of hung out on the playground.
Really?
Yeah. People come and go in my life all the time like that. So I try and treasure every friend that I can get, no matter what. Might be a flaw.
Ricky just pauses for a second. He says, "Would you like them to know that you're okay?"
I mean, maybe after all of this is said and done.
Maybe, but honestly, now's a good time, I would think. Because when you have the weight on your shoulders that people need to know that you're going to get through it and be all right. Maybe that'll motivate you to make it true.
What, that I'm okay? Or to stand up for people?
Know that whatever you're going through isn't going to bring you down.
I think I've learned that lesson over the years. It just takes a little bit longer when things are bigger, you know?
Well,
The saying my grandmama used to tell me, when you're little, love is overflowing, care is overflowing, joy is overflowing in you because you're small. And as you get bigger, sometimes the love grows with you, sometimes the care grows with you. Other times it stays the same, and all of that empty space starts to eat away at the love, and it's your job to fill the love back up.
he just squints a little bit. He says, "Is that why you eat so much?"
That's probably why I care so much.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be judgmental or anything like that, but you're not a small boy.
No. I am a very large man who has a
Yeah, and
very big appetite, and that is because of testosterone magic.
testosterone magic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen cousin. You eat a lot for a big guy.
Yeah, I'd burn it off real quick. Pun intended.
Yeah,
Entirely intended.
but you also offer food a lot.
That's because that's my love language.
That's what I was about to say.
My grandmama used to always cook, and my mom cooks, and my dad cooks, and my other grandparents cook. Just we used to drag August and his sister over all the time, just to eat.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe what's why.
Nothing. Just thinking to myself.
Think away.
Just you. He's just very hesitant to say it.
Me?
I don't know what August did to you, but I really think it's time you need to let it go.
The funny thing is, I have. But things will always be different than they were. I still love him. He's still my brother. You know, people change.
Yeah, but he's not the person that did that to you. If people change, he's changed from that.
I'm not mad at him about that.
No, but have you really, really, truly let him off the hook?
I'm gonna tease him forever.
No, I don't think he takes it that way.
And that's a conversation me and him need to have.
Maybe, but look, it's not my place to intrude. But I mean, I've seen how he talks about himself, and he kind of worried about him.
Oh, I've been worried about that boy since the moment I laid eyes on him. Why do you think I'm his best friend? Wickham's gonna say that while he's stretching because I needed to stretch.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to say the boy needs to forgive himself, but boy needs to forgive himself. And
Hey, Rue. Hot kettle.
did you literally just call me Rue?
Well, you want to go be called something else? I could get real cheesy with it. I really could. If it makes
am
you
regretting this.
uncomfortable, I'm
I am regretting this conversation.
dead serious though. If it makes you uncomfortable, let me know. I will stop.
I'm going to have this tea and I'm going to sip it and I'm going to pretend this conversation never happened.
He's gonna avoid the
And
conversation because he liked it.
I'm going to go to my room and I am going to recontemplate my life.
Your room,
Possibly restart the water cult now from scratch.
your room is my room.
I'm gonna start a water cult from scratch.
Uh-huh.
You keep this up. You keep this up. I'm gonna get that trident. I'm gonna become the next villain, and you're gonna have to strike me down. And do you want that on your conscience? Really, really?
Because I called you Rue.
Exactly. This is my villainous turn.
You're really cute sometimes. By the way, Glenn, she disintegrated the trident. So,
Wait,
good luck.
what?
Yeah, she just
Wait.
fucking vanished that out of existence. The whole gray in her hair. Yeah.
I just assumed she wasn't getting much sleep lately. No, seriously. What?
Out of existence. It was the coolest shit.
I'm gonna have to follow up on that.
Maybe
That's new.
maybe in the morning. Cause today is for chillin'.
She's enough. She doesn't sleep. I don't give a shit. You get some sleep. I'll be up later.
Okay. Hey, Rue.
I'm not answering to that. What?
You answered to it anyway. My door's
Shut
always
up.
unlocked for you. And if you want
Yeah,
the pillow
yeah.
fort, the pillow fort is yours. But also, thanks for just talking.
You know how it is.
Awkward and uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
100%. Alright. And Wickham's just gonna stretch out on a hammock or a bed or whatever he falls into first. And just kind of bask in what little light, if there is any left from the window that's overhead, and just kind of sigh dramatically, like over dramatically, and just lift his arms into the air and go, "Ah, sleep, come for me."
Glenn,
Yes.
I assume you're spending some time with the horses, yes?
Yeah. They probably need their hair fixed.
All right. And you're fixing their hair and you're attending to their emotional damage from being set on fire.
They're gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
We're
You're
gonna
just
be
having
okay.
you're just having a good Glen time. You hear a voice behind you. A very familiar voice. That of a certain blue-haired cultist. Glencora.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me finish this braid. And she's gonna like quickly finish Clippy Cloppy's braid and then turn around and sort of lean on the stall door. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Explain.
Yes.
You know what I'm asking about.
You cut out a little. I don't know if we actually heard the
I think
full.
he said explain, but it
Yeah,
was
he
cut.
just said the word explain. That's it. That's
Okay.
all he said.
I heard clang or something like. Yeah.
I mean, I don't exactly know what happened. I asked for help, and then all of a sudden I got the help I needed, and the kindly crone, I think that was her name, she told me that if I called on her, I could get rid of the trident. It would have a cost, but it didn't seem like a heavy price to pay to get rid of something that evil from the world. So I did what I needed to do.
Make me a perception check.
15?
Okay. As you say the word kindly crone, one of the barn mice peers down, and you just hear in this somewhat familiar voice, the what now? The kindly crone?
Yeah, she spoke to me. Do you know her, little mouse friend?
The mouse hops down from the rafters and does a flip
That was
before
really cool.
landing. And suddenly you see the shape shift and you see the familiar form of your father sitting there, and he says, I did a flip, did you see?
It was pretty cool. Must have been where I learned it from.
You were talking to the kindly crone.
Yeah, do you know her? She seemed nice.
Your mother does. It's are are you okay? You look different.
I mean, I'm older, but I think I'm okay.
You've paid the crone's price then.
I guess so, but I mean, it seemed like the right thing to do given the choices. Didn't seem like I had a choice, really.
Can you leave me alone with my daughter, please?
Bye, Saruki.
Sure, he just shrugs. He goes, I need to follow up on this, but
We'll chat later. Sorry, my dad's here.
I was worried.
Why?
He just looks at you and he says, "Well, isn't the reason obvious?"
I mean, you. I never thought aging or changing was a bad thing, so it didn't seem all that scary or worrisome to me.
No, I meant, and he points to Patchouli. I was worried. Is he
Oh, he's
okay?
been acting weird.
Yeah, it's acting
I don't
something
know.
weird about that horse.
It's not just me. Sometimes I think it's just me. Sometimes I think I talk to them too much and they're bored of me. Can you
So
tell what's wrong?
yeah, no, every time I ask, he just goes,
Yeah, not talking at all. What good is that?
yeah, yeah. He just seems resigned to his fate, I guess. Right, aging. Um, it is kind of worrisome that it's that quick, but it is not unknown.
I don't
The
know. God stuff seems like I don't understand it anyway. So,
Not a god. That's a
what is
different
she?
thing. Well, We druids of the Circle of the Land have a different perspective on things. If we were to be in touch with a god, it would be Tilm. Sometimes Dotanthus, but that's not what the kindly crone is about. She is not of that and older than that. It's actually whispered that the kindly crone is before Tilm and before everything that Tilm represents, and has always been a patron of druids, even before reason.
There was something about her presence that certainly felt comforting. I could understand how she's been part of this world for a very long time.
Part of might even be the wrong understanding of it. I
She is
think it
in
would
this
be,
world.
in a way, um, she's, as far as I understand, because I am not connected to that. Your mother is. Your mother was. It's complicated to even talk about that specifically, but um, when we say we're druids of the land and that it speaks to us, the kindly crone is the way the land does sometimes.
Well, I guess I did reach out and ask the land's help, so it kind of makes sense that she's the one that answered then.
There's always a price, isn't there?
That's the way of life, I guess. Or that's what you've taught me anyway.
What is it that you had to face, that you had to pay such a price?
There was a thing that was really, really evil, and it was hurting my friend, and it was hurting a lot of other people, or it had the potential to, and I could get rid of it. You wouldn't have liked it. I couldn't get near it. It hurt. It was so bad. It's better. It's gone.
He nods. No, we didn't raise you to be stupid, so
And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have, but the kindly crone seemed like someone I could trust.
I would never say that the question of paying the crone's cost is whether it's worth it, but more if you're paying it, then the reason it's usually something very dire.
And it certainly was that. I can't think of a time since I've left home that it had been more dire than that. I'm just glad I was able to do something to help.
Oh, your mother's back home.
You cut out there.
Your mother's back home, and uh, she's worried about you. So, what do I tell her? Do I tell her that you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just have new hair. And I don't know, maybe people will listen to me more. I find if I stare at them really hard, sometimes they just do what it like they just talk. I think I may be
That's
okay.
okay. All right. So I guess what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna get on that horse right there, and just points to Clippy Cloppy, because he's a polite fellow, and I'm just gonna go home with that horse and that one.
Um, how did you get here?
What do you mean? How did I get here?
I'm just wondering, did you come on a horse that you're forgetting, or
Uh, why would I? Why would I come here on a horse?
that's why I'm asking how you got here.
I just walked.
Can't you walk
I
back
have. I
home?
have.
We need that horse.
What do you mean walk back home? It's a one-way trip. How I walked.
That doesn't make any sense. You're not having our horse.
Uh, look,
If anything, you can have patchouli.
he looks at Patchouli for a second.
Sorry.
I'm not sure he'll survive the trip.
I'm not sure he'll survive dinner.
Leave him alone.
He's doing his best. But I just don't know what's up with that little guy.
I guess
Look,
he
You
hasn't
find
had a
out any way
chance.
to figure out more about what's going on in that horse's head. Let me know, though, okay?
Look, your mom did the thing to the tree that she sometimes does, and so I walk through the tree and end up here, but she's not here to do that back, so
Oh, that. Well, that's less
yeah,
confusing when you say it that way.
that's what I said. I said I walked.
That. You always do this.
What?
You're so vague. It confuses everyone. This is why everyone thinks you're weird. Not like me.
No one
I've got a lot
thinks
of
I'm
friends now.
weird. Your mother doesn't think I'm weird.
She has to say that.
I mean, why do people think I'm weird?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask some of the horses. They
I
always have.
did. They think I'm handsome.
Who said that? And she's gonna look at the horses when she says that. Seeing if any of them make eye contact or if they all look away in shame.
Which one of
Look,
you is in trouble?
I'm not gonna narc.
Snitches
Okay,
get stitches.
I'm not gonna tattletale on horses. I've seen what happens when you tattletale on a horse.
Well, why don't I see? I mean, I know my one friend. I think we're friends again. It's all very confusing. It's not just like animals. You can't just give them a treat and everyone's happy again. It's been
It
hard
works
work.
on your mom.
Gosh, that sounds so much easier.
Have you tried
So
giving
I
a
know
treat
my
to your
one
mom?
friend can disappear really fast. Maybe someone else has some magic that can get you home without stealing one of our horses.
I don't think I like this option.
I know.
I don't think how is that going to free these horses from their eternal bondage to society? I don't think that's going to do it.
I mean, Clippy Cloppy doesn't want to live in the wild. He likes his food delivered to him.
And you think I'm incapable of delivering food to a horse? Who do you think I am?
Well, then he's not
Who,
really wild, is he?
who
You don't
raised
even
you?
know. It's only allowed when it's a horse is owned by you.
Well, it wouldn't be owned by me. We would be friends, partners in crime.
That's exactly what's happening here. Clippy Cloppy is my associate. And she's gonna like hold out her fist for a fist bump, like really confident that Clippy Cloppy is going to fist pump her back with his muzzle.
Uh, Clippy Cloppy checks your fist for apples and then is disappointed when there is no apple in your
Does he
fist.
slightly bump her hand at all with his nose when he
Oh, of
does that?
course. Of
She's
course.
gonna be happy with that. Exactly. She nailed it. This
You
was
even
great.
hear Clippy Cloppy go, oh, there was no apples.
Cool.
I'm disappointed.
Get you an apple later. Just make me look cool in front of my dad. God, this is so embarrassing. All right. Come on, Dad. Let's see if we can find you some magic back home. And she's going to kind of like wave him towards the house.
Like the house, there's people there.
Well, I don't trust you to stay where I say you stay. So you have to come with me.
You're not my dad.
Well, it's either this or you steal my horses.
Your mom doesn't mind if I steal her horses.
Yeah, well, that's
I
mom.
feel like I've raised you with completely wrong values.
We need these horses.
I'm
How
gonna
else
have
am
a
I gonna
talking to with
practice
your
my
mother when
braiding?
I get home. That's just it.
Fine, do it.
Yeah, gonna do it.
Do it.
And so you bring him back to the house?
So Glenn's gonna walk back in, and I don't know if anyone is still in the sitting area, kitchen, main room, whatever we're calling it.
I think
You
they've
will?
all went to bed.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's not helpful. Sorry, Dad. It looks like everyone must have gone to sleep.
Did you literally just take me to the kitchen? Ooh, s'mores.
Yeah, they're really good. I don't know. If you want, you can stay the night, I guess.
I guess. S'mores. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm scared I can't. Would it wreck me long resting, having to watch my father from stealing? How much strenuous is that activity?
Oh, it could be very strenuous. Not
That's what I
really.
was worried about.
We have
Not
guards.
really.
Just have guards. Like watching.
Guards on Clippy Cloppy at all times. Are you sure this is necessary?
Absolutely.
Just guard the tables. Don't let nobody steal shit.
Yeah, but they're not expecting a mouse to go in.
You can tell them.
Look out for any mice, roaches, birds, cats, the mayor. Don't let anyone in.
Well, I'm sorry, Dad, but you can't steal one of our horses. And I don't have any magic to help you get home like Mom does. Can't you, like, turn into a bird and fly home?
That's not as fun.
Right?
Make
You should do that. How about an owl? It's nighttime, right?
That's beautiful.
Owl's not as fun. It's not the same as riding a horse. Or riding beside a horse, which is even more fun. Have you tried riding beside a horse?
Maybe you could find, like, a deer to ride beside. That's just the same.
A deer is not at all like a horse, though that is fun too.
See? You can make it a
But
game.
I don't want to ride beside a deer. I want to ride beside a horse and get in a race with
Maybe
a
you could
horse.
find a different horse, but we need these ones.
They're our friends.
Last time I did that, they chased me out of town.
Well, then maybe find a wild horse that doesn't have a house.
Well, that wouldn't be freeing a horse that has a house, no doubt, is it? That's counterproductive.
We're going to be at this all night.
Yes, yes, or at least until we're out of these delicious chocolate sandwiches.
I'm really glad I
Crumble
moved out
circle.
sometimes.
Me too. And he tussles your hair a little bit. But seriously, stay safe out here. We,
I'll do my best.
I and he gets kind of sad-eyed as he just looks at you and says, your mother just wants to see you get home safe one of these years, okay?
Don't worry, I'll be home eventually. I've got to stick with these guys still, though. I'm pretty sure they need me to keep track of the horses.
Good, because if your mother's told me to tell you that if she has to go into the afterlife and drag you back kicking and screaming, you'll be grounded.
That's fair.
Okay. You know she'll do it too, and you might not even come back as like this. I saw her do it once. They came back as a dwarf. It was unseemly.
I don't think I'd want that.
They were originally a chipmunk, very unseemly
Oh.
and confused.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
That's
I guess
right.
I'll be extra safe.
That's what I thought. Are you gonna eat that?
You can take them with you if you want.
Nice. And with that, we will end our session.
All right. I'm gonna stop the recording in 3, 2, 1.